This here's the bald guy, Lord Thaddeus Cray. Yeah, I admit I look a mess. I'm about to take a shower anyway after this show's over, but I'm gonna go and do this here video. This is a very interesting one, at least in my mind. It's a link between supposed animal attacks and what's really going on out there. It's very interesting how quickly people dismiss such things like, oh, it was a bear or something, maybe a big cat. Now, these things do happen, make no mistake. I mean, I myself have, where I was living in Houston, let me tell you right now, you had stray dogs everywhere. I mean, these damn things, I'm lucky, I mean, they had pit bulls running around, so I'm lucky my butt wasn't eaten up. As a matter of fact, it was so bad, I would carry when I carry my backpack with me, I would carry a hammer with me, just in case of those damn dogs. It wasn't people I was too much worried about. That's easy enough. You carry a knife or something else to deal with that. I said, people are easy enough to deal with, but when it came to strays and animals, obviously, that was what the hammer was for. Now, I'm going to go and move off that point. What I'm going to put out there is this. Why have there been so many quote-unquote bear attacks or other animal attacks out there? When actually, there's really no explanation for the damage that's left for the victims. I mean, it's something completely out there. I'm going to be careful about how I put stuff out on this one video because I don't want to get, my channel banned or struck or anything like that. But I just want you guys to think about it. Why, especially lately, I've been, of course, doing what I do, I have started paying attention more than I used to when it comes to stuff on the news and things like that. Usually these attacks happen, of course, in rural areas, sometimes in the city, but not usually. And I mean, it's scary. Because you have to think on this. Why are certain measures taken for such attacks when it's something you just know is beyond that? Just something really to think about. They're becoming more common, these kind of encounters, which I do believe is cryptid activity, make no mistake. I mean, maybe it's not, but I believe very firmly something going on. You can listen to the latest episode of Chasing the Truth, Sean has Vault on that one. And he brings up some very interesting points. And of course, you guys already know his story and his experience. The man's nothing short of amazing. But moving from that, he also has a very analytical mind. And that in itself has definitely got me to think on other things. So what exactly is making these attacks more prevalent than they were in the past? You have to think about this. Human beings have been encroaching for centuries as, the population grows and our technology, of course, expands. Such things are becoming more common because I believe firmly we're invading their territory. And how would you like it if someone come knocking on your door and trying to kick it in and, do all kinds of stuff? You're going to defend yourself, ain't you? I think a lot of that's what's going on. Of course, I do believe there's some other tinkering when it comes to people in power, which should not be going down, but I think it's beyond that. I think a lot of this is many of these cryptids that live in these areas. I'm not going to say they're fed up, but if they're predatory in the mindset, they're going to defend what's theirs, and they're definitely not going to like intruders. That's the biggest thing. You must pay attention to your surroundings, but also pay attention to what's going on out there. It's a very big issue that's been going on lately. These kind of maulings and worse, people dying due to these kind of encounters. Now, are all cryptids trying to, tear us up or meet? No, of course not. But there's more and more reports of it. And I just want you guys to be aware of such things. Because the fact is, the veil between, it's not just us encroaching on their territory. It's also the veil that separates the physical and the spiritual. As we become more enlightened, and believe me, mankind is, it's not just technological, we're becoming more aware spiritually. And do I think this is a good thing or a bad thing? Potentially, it's a wonderful thing. But again, there's always risks as we progress with our change, evolution, what do you want to call it? And we're now dealing with beings and creatures that have evolved differently than us, as I've said many times. The Dogman situation, that I don't ever want to encounter one, knock on wood that I never do. But I want you guys to pay attention. Look in the news reports, look at different things. There's something going on with that. I want you guys to think for yourselves, be aware. And as you, of course, watch these kind of shows, as well as, absorb this kind of content, pay attention. Like the last video I put up, there is a spiritual connection to these creatures that we don't understand. I'm just going to leave it at there. Yeah, leave it at that. You guys, of course, know what I do. There's going to be a few changes coming down the pipe. I'm not going to say too much because even I ain't quite sure. But there's some stuff that's going to be changing, I think, for the better. For the entire brand. For all of us. You guys, of course, be blessed and be safe. And also, if you guys have had any kind of encounter, whether it be supernatural, cryptid related, or whatever, or my bald scalp, that's a scary thing right there. Anyway, my point is this. My email is westvic@dogmancams.com. Hit me up in the comments. You guys know my name at Reddit, Thaddeus Gray. So if you guys want to reach out to me again, my email is westvic@dogmancams.com. I'll make sure you have the chance to tell your story. Whether it be chasing the truth, Dogman Cams, or the Vault of Nightmares. I believe Vault's about to start being more active lately, as in the near future. Especially possibly towards the beginning of the month, but don't quote me on that. Things, of course, with him do change. But I'm just going to leave it at that. Again, like I said, you guys be blessed and you be safe.